Hey, it's all with your weekly Warcraft reminders, tips on what to do during the preseason, and at the end, probably the longest Bob track yet. Hit that like button, subscribe for more WoW coverage, catch me live for them Twitch drops, and let's get to it. 10.1 arrives tomorrow, and we're gonna get to that, but let's take care of a few last minute things. You might as well use up your remaining catalyst charges on your gear. Do it for the set bonus, do it for the transmog unlocks, whatever. Move over to Zamalt and see what you can do. Later on during Season 2, the Revival Catalyst will return, and you'll be able to reshape your Season 1 gear without any charges needed. But who's to say that you're still going to have that gear almost 2 months from now? Have an Onyx Amulet spec'd for DPS. Using Desirous Blood, Prophetic Twilight, and your favorite damage dealing stone would be a pretty good combination to start with. Otherwise, if you're through with stones, consider getting rid of your fragments by buying rings and vendoring them for the gold. Finally, make sure that you've completed the questline over in the Forbidden Reach with at least one character. It's a requirement to start the quest that takes you to Zeralek Cavern. Well, okay, actually it's more like the first chapter of the 10.1 campaign that we're able to complete during 10.07. Your alts will be able to bypass this soon, so don't worry. Also, a new round of trading post items is available if you want to be well dressed before the patch. And if you think you're good and your bags are about empty, park the character that you're going to first quest with over in Valdrakken. As said, this week is the preseason, so season content like the raid and rated PvP and Mythic Plus, that's not open yet, but PvPers should be able to immediately start running battlegrounds for honor, but more importantly, PvP recipes. New recipes are coming in this season to reflect a new item level, and as you know, PvP recipes randomly drop as you play battlegrounds that you can use to bolster your professions or to sell on the auction house, and they will definitely sell for decent gold. It's probably not going to be as lucrative as it was in the start of this expansion when players jumped nearly like 200 item level. Many PvPers already have access to decent gear, so between that and your realm's population, your results of farming these recipes will vary. For the rest of us, let's start unlocking features. If you've completed the Forbidden Reach questline, you should have a quest to take you to the Seat of the Aspects up top, and you'll start the next chapter of the 10.1 campaign. Before you leave for Zeralek Caverns, as the quest tells you to, make sure you pick up the usual weekly quest over at the fountain. There's a good chance that it's going to ask you to complete 10.1 related activities. I can't say for sure how far you'll be able to get into the campaign, but I can say with confidence that you'll unlock pretty much all of the zone features by the time you reach a stopping point. Let's get past the spoilers and get to Zeralek Cavern. You've done some campaign stuff, the zone content has mostly opened up, so what do we do now? Player power options are limited during the preseason. The strongest items that you can obtain this week will include the weekly quest down in the new zone, which will likely get you, at best, veteran gear that has an item level range of 402 to 424. You'll also have the opportunity to get your first spark of Shadowflame to make Season 2 gear. It's just one spark, so two-handed people, you gotta wait, but you can immediately craft a piece of item level 424 gear or recraft your current crafted gear from Season 1 to Season 2. However, keep in mind that if you're recrafting gear that used one of the socket upgrades from the Great Vault vendor, the socket's going to be undone, and it'll have to be re-upgraded. All throughout the zone are going to be rares and dailies and world quests and these new public events. The draw of these public events is to get reputation and these unearthed fragment coins, which can be traded for a limited number of upgrade crests, pets, or mounts. Whatever you do is up to you, but I found that the best strategy for my mental health was to first focus on completing as much of the campaign as possible. It's a big source of rep, and a goal that I'll set for myself is to ensure that I reach at least Renown level 3 with the Niffin. That'll unlock another series of weekly quests you can pick up in Valdrakken for more reputation and barter bricks. Those are used to trade for profession recipes, a few pets, and a mount. From there, use the map as a series of waypoints and explore the caverns. You'll run into public events, which are viewable on the map from a certain distance to encourage wandering around. There are also treasures scattered all about, including some valuable knowledge point bonuses for your professions. I have other guides to more specific features, and I'll have one focused on gearing up throughout this week, so keep your eyes open and make sure you're subscribed. There's other stuff going on this week too. We're on the final leg of the Time Walkathon with Wrath of the Lich King. Complete 5 dungeons for a chance at Season 1 Heroic Gear, which has an item level range of 402 to 411, although it can't be upgraded. The dungeon event is happening too, which is really unfortunate, but before you start checking your calendars, don't worry, I already did it. The dungeon event has been happening every 6 weeks, there's no conspiracy here. Children's Week is happening on Up Patch Week, making an already busy week this much busier. It's a big deal for pet collectors who would need to use maybe multiple characters to take these young folk from numerous races on a grand tour of the worlds of Warcraft. South Shore vs. Terran Mill is the brawl, so it's not really the ideal battleground to queue if you're trying to quickly farm up PvP recipes or to really win a battleground at all. And over in Mythic Plus World, it's hard to say what's going to happen. The affixes might be Fortified, Raging, and Quaking during the preseason, even though Quaking will be gone in Season 2 and Raging will be changed. Whatever the case though, if your desire is to have as high of a key as possible at the start of Season 2, you're going to need to go the extra mile and then some, because your first key of the season will be 10 levels lower than the last key that you completed, assuming that you even ran any at all this week. The WoW team is taking extra precautions to ease players into a whole new rotation of dungeons and possibly new affixes, so I get it if they prefer that someone's first time in isn't a plus 20. So a quick summary of what's available this week. New zone, new campaign, new honor gear and PvP recipes. Upgradable gear. One full spark for crafted gear. Zone content that lets you start pushing towards some item level 424 gear, which is the cap by the way, and of course, some sick transmog. Twitch drops are going to start Tuesday at 10 AM Pacific, and I'm going to be on even if Realms will probably be offline for like half the day. It's a 1-week promo for the Ethereal Portal toy, so watch me or any other WoW streamer for 4 hours, claim your toy, and that's that. So I hope you'll join me for some fun time and giveaways. If you could, like the video, subscribe to the channel, you'd be helping me out too. Take care folks, and let's have Bob close us out with his new track. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.
So the day has come, it's 10.1, are you prepared, friend? It's another Warcraft rhyme to get you on it working. Here's the stuff you gotta do, a few things that you gotta get through. Pick up all the quests and start making a mess to make sure that your bags are empty. Rare Down is back, only 20 level ups you gotta attack. Gonna be easy, just gotta show some discipline. Do all the quests of the rares and you'll be winning. And then you gotta be wandering, looking for some crescent blightstones. Holy cow, your bag's full, and now you need to go. I see Frog is coming this way. Oh, we're not done yet. Now for the hook. We're farming reputation. Just cause you hit 25 or 30 doesn't mean you're done. 20 more are not on the way. Farming reputation. Sneak and sniff, dig and live, cook and soup. You're gonna do whatever you can do for reputation. Trade a thing and get a thing and trade it for a bomb. Fly into the dragon, oh no, that's a fireball. Off you go. Now you know what to do in Season 2 while you're farming reputation. Done.